Hey everybody, it's Innovision, and we're back with an update for the Lenovo Legion Go 2 sporting the Z2 Extreme APU. And what we have is a BIOS update. We're going to take a quick look at the release notes to see what has changed in this version. Then we're going to take a look and see how to download it from the Legion Space app if it's available there. If not, we're just going to download it straight from the Lenovo support page. And then we're going to take a look at what's changed in the BIOS itself once it's done installing. If you're enjoying my how-to guides and handheld related content, be sure to like the video and subscribe. That way you get that notification as soon as a new video comes out. If you're on the Lenovo support page, you'll navigate to this section called BIOS or UEFA. So we'll click in there and let's just take a look at the details here. And then let's go to this section showing how to install it. And if we keep scrolling, we see this spot showing summary of changes. And so we're seeing that it's RRCN 13. We were on 12 before, and it looks like they're rolling back a firmware of a SMU component. And then there's some other thing that's fixed here, EC notification. So it looks like it's not introducing any new features per se. It's introducing some fixes due to some kind of regressions. Sometimes these summary of changes don't always map to what we might see in the BIOS itself. So let's take a look real quick and see if we can download it from the Legion Space app. So far, it doesn't look like there's any updates to the Legion Space app itself. So we're just going to go under settings here and go under disks and drives, and then we're going to check for updates. So if there are any other driver updates that are available on Legion Space app but not on the Lenovo support site, we'll see it here. All right, so it doesn't even detect that the BIOS has changed. So let's go ahead and minimize this and scroll back up here to download the package. So we want this 11.6 megabyte file, and it was released on December 12th. So we'll click download. And as soon as it's done downloading, we can go over to our downloads here, and there it is. We're going to click on it to install it. We're going to click yes. And it's saying, do we want to proceed with the update? Yes. Go ahead and click next. It's saying, do not power the unit off. And I'm curious how this is going to behave. You know, we've got a dual boot set up here with Refnd installed. Hopefully it doesn't wreak havoc on my system. All right, so your console will turn off. It'll probably reboot a couple of times during the process. Warning, danger, Will Robinson. So we're just waiting and letting it do its thing. All right, so it's booting back up again. And so let's go ahead and just go back into Windows for now. So let's go ahead and shut down here and see if anything's changed in the BIOS itself. All right, with the console powered off, we're going to hold volume plus and push the power button and leave our finger on volume plus or volume up. All right, and so we're greeted with our BIOS boot menu. So let's go into BIOS setup and go into more settings here. And so we can see the EC version is 13WW. And I remember seeing that they fixed EC version or something about EC. So I'm curious what that means. If we go into configuration, nothing's changed there. Nothing in the fast boot area. Display settings seem to be the same here. See if anything's different under power management. So it doesn't look like a whole lot's changed. Let's go ahead and exit. I just want to double check that my steamos still boots. So it looks like this BIOS update's mostly about housekeeping and just maintaining the console. All right, and we're back into SteamOS. So all looks well here. Nothing too crazy about this BIOS update. Looks like it's mostly geared towards maintenance and fixing a few things. It's kind of cryptic. I don't really have much visibility as to what actually was fixed, but I always like to run with the latest and greatest. There you have it. Hit that like button, subscribe, so you don't miss all the amazing toys and gaming tips we've got coming down the pipeline.